here. So you're now seeing me with a naked face, besides eye makeup of course. I haven't made a video without makeup on in a while, besides my getting ready video, and you only see me without makeup on in that video for like a split second. But in this video, I'm going to teach you how I cover up my hyperpigmentation and acne scarring. So basically at the beginning of my junior year, last year, I started breaking out really bad on my forehead, and all the acne scarring from there is very minimal now. There was no deep acne scarring or anything, and that was the only place that it ever broke out. It really upset me. I tried everything to try to clear it up. I was not used to dealing with it. So what I would do was I would just pile foundation on my skin, and not pile it, but like I knew ways to cover it up and it worked for me. But by the end of the school day, my face just looked cakey and gross, and I don't know, it just never really hit me that I was wearing so much makeup to school, and there was no reason for that, because every other girl I saw wore like barely any makeup, and they had pimples and everything, and nobody cared, you know, and it was just more of like a personal problem for me. So once my acne did kind of clear up, I would still get those pimples, and they're not just tiny pimples, they're like the big, painful, red mountain pimples, and they are definitely not comfortable. And so after all those pimples and everything, I have lots of hyperpigmentation on my cheeks. I will zoom you in here to this specific area, which is really actually the worst area. But now let's get into the actual video. So my routine before actually applying any makeup to my face in the morning is just applying moisturizer. This is the Garnier Moisture Rescue Refreshing Gel Cream stuff. And as you can see, my face is super pale. This whole summer I would wear sunscreen on my face, and the rest of my body would be like tan and glowy, and then you'd see my face and it's like pale, and that's just unfortunate. So after I moisturize, I've been applying this Fogera, which is my acne prescription medication from my doctor, and this has totally made me not have any pimples for like literally 2 weeks now, knock on wood. I'll probably have another breakout tomorrow after I said that, of course. I'm just going to kind of show you my everyday face routine that I've been doing lately, and a lot of you are going to think that maybe it's a little bit too much for school, but this is my personal way of doing it, you guys. It's not like I'm telling you have to do it this way, but I'm giving you some tips on how I cover up my acne scarring. So what I like to do is just apply a primer, and this kind of creates a base between my foundation and concealer and my skin itself. This is actually the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Face Primer, and it's about $8 to $9 at Walmart. And I really love this a lot. I bought the full size a while ago, and I just don't use it very often because I just always forget. But this is a great primer. It really like smooths out your skin and stuff. And so I'm just gonna kind of place this all over my face. And then what I've been doing first is just placing like a whole entire like skin, like even outer thingy-majigger. This is the Loreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream, and if I don't use this one, I will use this one if I want a little bit more coverage that day. For today, oh shoot, this is dripping out. It's really liquidy, like super liquidy, and so a little bit goes like a kind of long way, I guess. And you just blend that between your fingers, and when you blend it, it comes out white, and you blend it, it comes out like skin colored. And so after I've applied my primer, I just kind of like massage this into my skin, and as you can see, it definitely evens my skin tone out a lot more. By itself, it's not obviously the highest coverage. What it's meant to do is literally just even your skin tone out and make you look a tiny bit sexier than you already do. So that's the BB cream to kind of act as a base. And again, this is more of like a full coverage kind of face routine. If I were to be going out or something, or I feel as though I really do not want to deal with people staring at this area that day, I will take my Revlon Colorstay, which is probably the best drugstore foundation, high coverage foundation ever. I'm sure most of you have heard of this. This is the oily skin one, and this is literally amazing. But I've had this for over 7 months now, so I probably should go get a new one. But it's very lightweight feel, but a very heavy coverage. So what I do is I just take one of these, which is just a eyeshadow. Well, it's like a big flat eyeshadow, kind of like a big concealer pencil thingy, pencil brush. I like to just take some from the inside there, because obviously there's no pump, so that's a little inconvenient. And I focus it actually on the area by just stippling kind of like that, because these acne scars actually go inwards. They're like little dips or canyons in my skin, unfortunately. Eventually my skin will repair itself over time. But this is a great trick for those of you who do not just want to mask your whole face in foundation. Make sure you have a foundation that matches your skin tone also. This matches actually really well right now, surprisingly. I guess I'm just super pale. And this is going to make it look more natural. You also can just concentrate the foundation itself to the center of your face. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Pretty much what you're doing. And as you can see, my face is really red. So some of this, I mean, you could see the difference between where the foundation is. But it definitely does adjust to my skin tone. And so if there's any more that I want to cover up, I just take a little bit more. And I go to the side now. You can see there's red marks over here. Yet again, very high coverage foundation. Also, I don't know, this is random, but what would your guys' opinion be on me going darker? Hair color, I mean. I've never dyed my hair before, and this is how dark my roots are. They are getting to be dark because blondes, if you didn't know this, blondes don't always stay blonde forever. Your hair actually gets darker over time. So eventually my hair is not going to be blonde anymore unless I keep like dyeing it blonde, which I don't know if I'm going to want to do that. So I might as well just go dark. See what happens. I don't know how I look, honestly. We'll see. I might do it. This is pretty much all I do. There's another acne. There's like another little thing right here. And I'm not like pulling like that. Because I'm concentrating on the one area and just kind of like almost stippling it on that area. And I'm not masking my whole face, because if you mask your whole face, you will turn out cakey, I assure you. I'm going to take my Dream Lumi Magical Stuff concealer thingy, and there's like barely any left of this, but I love this concealer so much, and honestly, it just does a great job. And I will just apply this underneath my eyes and come back afterwards. No, I'm never coming back. Ever. I'm an Indian. I hope my odd humor doesn't offend you at any time. Okay, so, yet again, I'm just kind of like blending it out with my fingers, and this creates a nice highlighting effect to the face. And as you can see, my face now looks slightly flawless. I haven't gotten any sleep lately, so the under eye area is not very good, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm going to use my Dream Matte powder to set my face. The trick I learned with powder is if you pick up too much, you just kind of tap the excess like that, give it a few hits, and then do it in the back of your hand like that. And then you want to concentrate the powder to the middle of your face, because that's where the sun hits, and that's usually where I get oily. And then obviously your forehead, and then whatever's left on your brush, you just kind of blend into the rest of your face. This is going to make you not apply as much powder, and it will make your face look matte, but not like you're going to the bakery to make some cakes on your face. Now we move on to actually contouring my face. I just said contouring really weird. I was like contouring. I use the NYC Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. And I don't really need a contour because my jawline is very, very protruding if you haven't noticed. So contouring is not really needed for me, but I like to bronze the sides of my face. Pretty much just placing this all over the sides of my hairline so that it looks like I just got back from Hawaii. But I would only stay there for 24 hours. No, you don't want to look like a Snooki or anything either. Okay, and then my favorite blush lately has actually been the e.l.f. Bronzing and Blush Palette. I'm going to take this blush brush by e.l.f. and just a little bit of this peachy toned, really pretty blush from this e.l.f. palette that I picked up way too much of. Okay, and I just apply that to the apples of my cheeks. Instead of just placing it there and keeping it there, you actually go upwards like that. And in my getting ready video, I actually got asked a lot what I was using when I placed mineral powder, like what mineral powder I was using when I placed it like directly on my blemishes to cover them up even more. And this is like, I don't really need this, but this is the extra step that I'll take if the foundation, the concealer that I put on these blemishes still isn't doing anything for me. So I will take this blendy brush by Sanya Kashuk. This is my ideal, like, everyday amazing brush that I use for all my setting of the under eyes and blemishes. And I just pick up some of this e.l.f. I didn't even tell you what it was. It's the e.l.f. Mineral Blemish Powder. And the only place I found it, and the only place I can find it, is at Big Lots. And what I do is I just kind of place this. There's a little red one right there. You can't even see it because obviously I'm too far away, and the camera makes me look hotter than I actually am. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I already kind of applied that highlighting concealer that definitely brightens my face up, so I don't like to apply a highlighter because it also makes my cheeks look a little bit oily, but sometimes I do, and if I do, I use the High Beam by Benefit. So I'm just going to lastly top it off by applying my favorite lipstick, which is this Coral Gleam by Maybelline. Lovely, there's a mosquito in my room. Hello there, blood-sucking villain. And that is the finished result. As you can see, makeup definitely intensifies my face, makes me more flawless looking, and overall just makes me feel more confident about myself. And that is why I wear it, guys. And I hope that's why you can wear it too, and also just to have fun. So in the end, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. It was hopefully a tiny bit helpful. My main point of it was to get across to you guys that you do not need to place a buttload of foundation on your face just to cover up a few pimples. All you gotta do is take a small brush and a little bit of foundation and you're good to go. So that is all for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this awkward video. Bye!